Hi everyone, dinner today is my shrimp and lobster rice, so let's get started. So the ingredients we need for this recipe are very simple. You need your seafood. Now I'm using lobster tails and shrimp, but you can use whatever you choose. I got some onion and bell peppers. I'm going to use rice, but feel free to use pasta. And of course you need your seasonings, and these are what I am using on today. The first thing I'm going to do is put my rice on. And as you saw, I am using yellow rice, but you can use whatever you like. I have some seasonings here that I'm going to add to chicken broth. This is just chicken broth with a few dashes of salt, and some vegetable oil that I usually add to my rice. Here I have those seasonings I showed you. I'm going to stir that in. Got about 3 bay leaves in there. You need that for that flavor, honey. Stir that and go ahead and add in your rice. Now, of course, the amount of rice you add depends on the instructions on the rice that you're making, okay? So just follow the instructions. So if it says 2 cups of water and you want to substitute it for chicken broth, then use 2 cups of chicken broth, okay? So once this comes to a boil, of course, we're going to cover it and let that cook, and we'll go on to the next step, which is taking our lobster meat out of our lobster. And all I'm doing is cutting it down the middle. If you don't know how to get that meat out of there, just cutting it straight down the middle of that shell. And you can just, it comes right out. Just pull it gently. Don't pull it too hard. You don't want to rip your lobster, which you shouldn't rip anyway, but just want to be gentle with it. Pull it on out of there. And now I'm just going to cut it. I usually just cut mine right down the middle. But you just cut it into the pieces that you want, the sizes that you want for your rice. All right, next we're going to take our seafood. If you need to clean your shrimp, go ahead and do so. But if they're already clean, then add them to the bowl with your lobster. Add a little olive oil. This is actually grapeseed oil. You could do grapeseed, olive, or vegetable. You could do whatever you want to do. Canola, whatever you cook with, okay? Toss that around. Add in some of your seasonings, those same seasonings I showed you, which is the Creole, the Cajun, and the Italian seasoning. The only other thing we're using is our bay leaves, but we needed to add that in with our rice. It's going to give a great flavor to our rice, okay, to our seafood rice. So once you toss that good, go ahead and set it aside. And if you're using onions and peppers, go ahead and get those cut up. Okay, we are almost done. By now, you should definitely be smelling the aroma from your rice. And let me tell you, honey, be careful because it's distracting. It's hypnotic. It smells so good with those bay leaves and those different flavors in that pot. So I'm going to heat my pan up here. I use a little olive oil, but use whatever you like. First, I'm going to stir in my onions and peppers and cook them to my desired tenderness. And then next, we will add in our seafood. Now I'm going to add in my seafood. It smells so good, you all. Cook it until it's done. It only takes a couple of minutes. Shrimp and lobster does not take long to cook. Alright, now it's very important you don't overcook your seafood, okay? It's going to start turning very quickly. So once it turns opaque, your seafood is done. So at this point, I'm going to turn off this eye. We're going to combine our rice. And here is our rice, so I'm just going to add my seafood in this pot. All right, and once you add it in, you just want to toss it around to mix it all together. So I'll show you all that. And you put this on the serving dish and you're ready to serve. And I'm going to put mine in the serving dish for my family. All right, you all, here it is. My shrimp and lobster rice. I hope you would try this simple recipe with these few simple ingredients as well as the seasonings. Try the seasoning blend that I showed you. Okay, add as much as you like or as least as you like, but give it a try. Okay, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and you have a wonderful, blessed day.